Do you recognize that katana? You would if you were a big fan of the Marvel Universe, specifically the character Hawkeye. That's his Ronin sword. I know, amazing, right? The wax mold of it removed, and the arteries that'll direct the molten metal for this cast now being carved out and cleaned out as well. You can see some air pressure being used to blow the excess fine sand away. Time to seal up that mold, melt down some metal, and pour it in. And I love the time lapse, watching it melt like that. And once it's ready, the impurities or slag rise to the top. They can be scooped out. We don't want those anywhere near the finished product. And you can see here, rather than having some casts for the overflow sitting aside, a can actually left over top of the inlet. And check that out. Amazing results. All of the major details seem to have come through really well, and just check out how hot it must have been. Still steaming. It scorched the sand inside. Look at how hard it is to break up, but it needs to be in order to be cleaned up so that this cast case can be used again. See you later, red sand. And on to the next stage of cleanup, which is cleaning up the sword, cutting away the excess to be used in another project. And then time to clean out those grooves that also need to be filed through, along with the edges up and down this sword, which is still in pretty rough shape. The flat file there, and then a rod style file as well. Before that fine sandpaper comes into play, a series of grits used to really smooth out that finish and that lovely edge. You can see close up just how rough it still is, slowly being worked down until it looks like that, absolutely polished, looking pretty dangerous too. On the topic of danger, if taking on your own casting projects, safety first. Work in a well-ventilated area, wear that personal protective equipment, and once you're done, which this guy is very close to being, be safe with the sword too. A few final details for the sword, some paint, a lovely wrap for the handle, and then it's time to debut this incredible katana. That's Hawkeye's Ronin sword, chopping up dessert.